Hey everybody, how's it going? Chris Hernandez here, back with another one. In today's video, what I want to cover specifically are the processes and stages regarding your business as you grow, right? And as you gather more experience, some sort of evolutions I faced myself, and ultimately, right? Ultimately, how to scale your business, right? Because ultimately, that's the end goal. That's our target. 9 times out of 10 is to progress further. So with that being said, before I dive into it, if you don't know who I am, I run a digital ad agency. We specifically help ecom brand owners roughly doing 5 to 6K a month. We help them scale using paid traffic. And with that being said, right, if you're an ecom brand owner and you feel like you're struggling, I'll link down below my calendar where if you can book a call and you can speak directly to me. And if my team and I feel like we can help you, then I'll make you an offer on the call. If not, right, let's say you don't need my specific assistance, but you would like to stay in touch. I also have a dedicated Facebook group as well, where I release weekly training videos over there, and it's just a group of like-minded ecom brand owners looking to scale to 10 to 50K per month, right? So with that being said, some information about me and how long I've been doing this. It's been about a year and a couple months. I've been in the agency game, and so far I've generated roughly around 10K in revenue so far for the business. That's just off of 4 clients, right? And then just one off. So I recently had like just an influx of 2 clients to sign on, right? And just as I'm progressing and as I'm navigating through this journey and as I'm signing more clients and things are finally moving, right? A misconception regarding the process and the journey is that people go into it with a specific time frame at which they have a goal they need to hit this specific number by a certain point, right? And while it's somewhat good to have goals to keep you on track, ultimately you can't really rush the process it takes for you to build up your clientele and build up your agency, right? Of course, there's certain actions that you can do every single day that gives you more of an edge, but there's nothing that can really substitute for the amount of time that you need to undergo in order to build this sort of transformation, right? And the quote that always sticks with me in the analogies, or like I said, the quote, it's just like be impatient to start, but be super patient when you're on the journey, right? And I see that as true, right? Because like I said earlier, a lot of people have a set time frame. They need to hit 10K in 6 months or something like that, right? When in order for you to reach at the time may seem like an unordinary number, right? 10K a month, from going to like 0 to a couple thousand to then 10K a month, right? It requires you to do certain actions consistently that are completely out of your normal routine, right? Because as a human being, in order for you to attract that amount of frequency, and in order for you to attract that energy to be an entrepreneur at that level, right, making 10K a month, you need to develop and grow in certain areas regarding the business, right? You need to understand how to sell properly. You need to understand how to have a proper team, how to communicate with the team. You also need to understand how to address the client. Let's say they have concerns, issues. You need to understand how to make sure that they're on board and everything's aligned, right? So in business, it's ultimately just a moving puzzle, a moving component that you have to level up in all areas before you can even get to that 10K month mark, right? And a lot of people tend to go on this journey in a way that they want to do all the learning they can before they even get started. And there's no perfect time to start. For me, I just took action, right? I just went in, learned from a course, and then took action, and then noticed that I needed help in other areas and sought out mentorship. So if you take the same process and just take action, right? Once you take action, really what's going to teach you is the feedback that you get from the actions that you take, right? Let's say you're making a couple posts on Facebook and your posts are getting comments that are like destroying you, right? Saying that your post was trash, like what is this, blah, blah, blah. You can take that feedback and then assess, all right, well, my post was bad. Well, the people in the comment section were saying I wasn't explaining this enough. And you just go back to the drawing board and just fix it. And then you do that in all areas, right? Let's say you for some reason you had 4 sales calls, and then you were unable to close 0, right? You didn't close any. Well, then the solution is to have your sales calls recorded, go over them, watch them through, and then see what questions you asked. How did the questions make the prospect feel on the call? And ultimately, how did you handle objections? Did you navigate from one process to another? How did you tap into certain emotions, right? And then the same thing, right? You just analyze it, you go back to the drawing board, you evaluate, and you find a solution for that. So everything in this world, everything regarding business, life in general, is just a matter of problems and solutions, right? Because a problem is just a problem, and the more you dwindle on the problem, the more the problem is going to be there. If you just shift your focus, be flexible, and focus on finding a solution right away, well, then the effectiveness of actually the problem, right? You're able to have a solution so much quicker, and you're just able to progress than if you're just to dwindle on that specific problem, trying to navigate it through with wasting time, right? So the caveat to that, what I want to ultimately tie this into is once you take action, right, you're gonna just progress so much better because you're learning right then and there. And then let's say you have a mentor too that's walking you step by step, guiding you through each specific scenario, right? Well, ultimately they're gonna transform and help you transform into the individual who obtains that 10K per month mark, right? So I think it's super important if you have the budget to invest into mentorship, but also you need to understand that this is a journey that once you take a step into it, you have to understand that this is really a journey for life. This is going to be habits that you instill for the rest of your life. This is ultimately going to change your identity in order for you to attract the 10K per month, those high level numbers, right, that other agency owners are doing in the space, right? And I look at inspiration from other agency owners in the space, people doing $1 million a year, right? And I look at some of their content, their old YouTube videos of when they were just getting started, right? And then you just see how you can see the transformation. And then hopefully for me, right, this is why I'm documenting my journey, is just to see the transformation and to also inspire others to take the, I'd say, risk and take the leap of faith of investing into yourself and taking that full dedication to run your own business. So with that being said, I see a couple of pillars that really are going to help you transcend to that next level, right? A lot of people tend to want to try the new best thing, try this new platform, try this new strategy, try new things, right? But ultimately, what's going to help you get to 0 to 10K as quick as possible is ultimately just the fundamentals of doing the day-to-day tasks that seem somewhat boring, right? Going and requesting, sending out 100 friend requests a day, commenting under people's posts, making posts, sending out training videos. Like staying locked in and staying active, right, can be a pain, but it's the sacrifice that you need to take every single day to get you to that next level. So even though it might be tedious, you just have to understand that this end goal, your end goal, right, let's say that 10K, that's the first goal that you need to hit. Well, these are the actions that are going to get you there, and they're going to get you there as quick as possible. And the biggest thing here is when you're starting from zero, ultimately you have no money, nothing's really going for you, and all you have is time. So I'd suggest trading in your time, right, going all in, and then making the upfront investment right now, making that sacrifice with your time. So then a year or 2 years from now, you're at a comfortable spot, and then now you're just managing a business through systems, right? Now you're running paid traffic. Now you have everything built out. Let's say you have a sales funnel. So now you're getting meetings consistently, and then now the organic is, or the paid traffic is an aid to the organic because you've built up your authority. So if you're able to think long term like that and see and have plans like that for the future, I think ultimately you're just gonna, that's how you know you've transcended and you're growing as an individual, right? Because as you progress, your business problems begin to change as well. You start asking different questions, right? So the generality is that you go from asking technical questions to then problem solving, higher level thinking questions, right? So with that being said, that's really all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it to everybody else on this platform. And yeah, ultimately just on track to grow my brand, help you guys, and educate you guys along the way. And other than that, guys, hope to see you guys in the next video.